Hi everyone, welcome back. Thanks so much for your recent views on the Master Shipwrights house and Linford Hall. It really is appreciated. If you'd like to feature your house on my channel, please get in touch. It's tim@timprimeproperty.com, that's my email. I'm here today in Yorkshire to show you a beautiful Georgian country house set in 6 acres called Northgate Mount. Hope you enjoy. So Northgate House was built in 1817 for a William and Gertrude Brooke. William and Gertrude actually lived next door to this house and built Northgate Mount in the grounds of their garden. William was a local business owner and a popular businessman. The current owners have lived in Northgate Mount for 30 years now. When they arrived, they renovated the house from top to bottom, as I'm sure you can see here, and I'll explain a bit more on the tour. Now that included a new roof, and it was rewired, replumbed, and actually when I spoke to the owner on my visit, she described it as a big but friendly giant and a very happy house. I'm sure you can see that from the tour and the interiors here. The beautiful thing about Northgate Mount is that it is set in its own gardens, very, very mature, which I'll show you in a second. Let me just stop here because I wanted to show you these beautiful, beautiful kind of Victorian tiles, and I don't know if you can see there the height of that skirting board. Everything is completely immaculate, which I will say again, I'm sure, on this tour. I'll also tell you a bit about the royal visit, which is very exciting. So I will take you now into one of the reception rooms, and let me just get the light perfect here to show you. So as you can see, these are gloriously bright reception rooms. Those windows looking out to the garden are very special indeed. And this reception room actually had a fireplace stolen before the current owners renovated it. So this is the only fireplace that is brand new. As you can see, these stunning windows with original shutters overlook this beautiful garden, and you're so enclosed. And the light in these rooms is absolutely spectacular. Great for a party, Christmas. I know the family here have everyone back at every special occasion, and also would be great for weddings. So that's the first reception room that we've just seen. And you've got this lovely drawing room just off that first reception room, perfect for kind of a bit less formal, the television room perhaps, and then taking you through back into this beautiful entrance hall, which is just so, I mean, look at that, it is stunning. Then on the left here, and again I apologise about the light, something I will be working on in my next videos, there is the library. Now I've heard that this in its former life was a smoking room, and you can see this beautiful panelling, and what a great place to work. And of course it overlooks the driveway, so you can see what's going on. Of course you've got a lovely fireplace in here, but that is a superb, darker room, much different to those dark, but with it, and lovely big windows of course, but lovely panelling in there. So taking you back to the hallway, so coming into the dining room, there's some paintwork there that I will mention shortly. But as you can see, very, very elegant room. I mean, the light fittings in these rooms they're beautiful, aren't they? I love the way that the colours work with each, the colours and the decoration work so well with each room. They're very individual. Everything's been thought out. Absolutely everything was done, as I say, 30 years ago. This house is so immaculate. All of those doors have been French polished within an inch of their life, and all of the door furniture and all of the fixture and fittings are such a good quality. And you can see from my panning up here, the plasterwork on the roof and all the gold leaf is exquisite. So yes, these reception rooms coming off this hallway are really, really beautiful. Lovely size as well. I can see why the owners would talk about this big but friendly giant. So this is coming through what I think was the back door where the servants would have been, or the help. Another back door there that takes you out to the courtyard, which I'll show you shortly. And then this lovely bespoke kitchen. I do believe the kitchen was this side when the house was a little bit more formal. Of course, you had staff doing those things for you. I wanted to show you in here because this, in the pantry, this used to go through, this little hatch used to go through to the smoker's room. So I would imagine the staff would be passing your drink and your food through to the smoking room when you would be in that side of the house. How they lived then. So then I just wanted to take you back to the courtyard, a glimpse. But you can see again how absolutely immaculate this space is. And I really mean that. And that's the indoor pool, which we'll get to shortly, which was an extension by the current owners. That's the back stairs to the left. And then I'll take you through that door to the right is another door to the dining room. So this was built by the current owners. And say it's the things that I noticed. It's lovely and light, and it's a bit more of another informal family room, and it spills straight out to the garden, which is superb. But the standard that this has been finished to is a testament to the owners. All of the door furniture, the thickness of that door furniture, even the coving and the skirting board height is just perfect for the house. So this area is used as a gym, and then in here we have a steam room. So showers and changing rooms for the gym, and then you've got a couple of basins there just off the gym. Perfect. Lovely room this. And then it takes you through, so glass partition to the indoor heated swimming pool. What I really love about a pool in the UK, if it is indoors, you can see all of these doors on the left hand side open to the courtyard. So on a sunny day, if we get one, which actually it was a lovely day when I visited, as you can see, you can open that out and spill out to the garden to your heart's content. Now this, I mentioned earlier that the house is and has been renovated from top to bottom, but I wanted to show you this. It's not something that you would normally see in a tour. But yes, you can see all of the pool equipment and the boiler, etc. are all brand new, so those things you don't need to worry about at all. So that's taking you back through the gym. On the left-hand side there's another kind of utility area. So great for washing, great for your drinks fridge while you're having fun in the pool, and then coming back through to the entrance hall. So I will take you upstairs. These are beautifully hand painted, so it's a stone cantilever staircase, but hand painted in a marble effect. That was all done by the current owner. Very tricky to find someone to do things like that for you now. Now I will be a little bit quiet, because I must say when I came around this corner, an echo of the downstairs corridor upstairs is just stunning. And as I say, it was quite tricky for me to catch the light on my camera. The great thing about these kind of Georgian houses is that you get lots of light. So I love a window seat, don't we all? And beautiful views of the garden, which I just wanted to show you here. Beautiful and mature, and most of those are evergreen trees, of course, so you don't see anyone else, but you can walk to the pubs and shops, which is ideal, isn't it, in this day and age, to have privacy. Just taking a look back, another stunning light fitting. You have a family bathroom here, but as you can see, completely immaculate. The cleanest and tidiest house I've been in for a very long time. Lovely. So bath and shower in the family bathroom. These two, there's another bedroom there, which I won't go into absolutely every bedroom. Those would be serviced by that family bathroom on the left-hand side. Then you have another, so these three beautiful bedrooms would use that family bathroom. Perfect size though, aren't they? Now I'll take you to the main suite. What I really like here on the right, we'll come back to, you step up to go into that suite. This is a lovely kind of reading nook, isn't it? Another window seat. And as you can see on these beautiful pillars, they're all hand painted by the same gentleman who did downstairs, and a great stained glass window. The light in here really is stunning. Look, I want to show you this hand painted marble effect on these pillars. Doric pillars. So, Doric, sorry. On my left here is the main suite. So all of this is the main suite. So you have The bathroom to the left with bath and shower again. Lovely big window overlooking the garden. Have a swim in there, wouldn't you? Again, look at those lovely French polished doors. They haven't been polished again since the owners renovated it 30 years ago, and look at them now. So you have a beautiful, beautiful dressing room. The cabinetry is stunning. And then this is the main suite with a beautiful bay window overlooking the gardens. It's quite hard to get the size in this video for you, but I've done my best. What a stunning bed to wake up to, and beautiful views, and then yes, not short of a stunning chandelier or light fitting. I wanted to show you. Okay, having shown you the main suite, I wanted to look at this beautiful door that I would imagine is kind of front and back of house. You've got the back stairs on the right hand side there. This is a stunning bathroom. I love that kind of slipper bath. Very relaxing there. There's some nice views out to the courtyard. Another guest room. And then I did want to show you upstairs too. So that's the back staircase to take down to the kitchen. And then one thing I really love is a lot of the time these houses, the top floor is maybe untouched and people feel that they've got to do a lot of work up here, but this is not the case. Quite interesting actually. I had to duck up here, which is nice for me. So there's a large kind of family room. These rooms would be great to feel in kind of Christmas or a party. You've got lots of rooms that you can have guests in. I'll duck here. That's one bedroom. You've got a family bathroom here, and I said that you could have a swim in the bath downstairs, but have a look at that one. Honestly, I would quite like to have a try in a bath like that. Yeah, quite different, isn't it? And very luxurious. So then you've got lots of eave storage here, so you don't lose that by having I think I was making a point here just to show that I was taller. And yeah, lovely family room, great wallpaper in here. This is kind of a bit of a teen suite up here, isn't it? Another one of those fireplaces that has been hand painted. And then the bed would go in the alcove just on the left hand side there. Remember, there isn't a bed there, but yes, this is a bit of a kind of a suite. Of course, it's very important. I've got to show you the cellars, mainly because also they were glorious. Look at the kind of vaulted ceilings. I almost stand in these places and just imagine, you know, however many hundreds of years ago people were standing there. It also does show you how great all the kind of M&E and plumbing is. Lots of space for wine, of course. And then, yeah, you've got a staircase that actually would have come out. This one was the only one that was locked. This staircase comes out actually in the downstairs lavatory, so of course that one seems to have been blocked up. And then on, yeah, I mean, look at those lovely brickwork. And then on the right hand side here, you've got vaults and vaults. So this one, perfect kind of wine vault. Moment, of course, supplies and a spare loo. And then on the side here, again, yeah, I mean, gosh, I don't know if there's many people with a wine collection that would be big enough to fill here. And this little nook actually, which I thought was really good. It's got those similar tiles that I've seen in Linford Hall, so I would imagine that was probably kind of a meat store or something. There were the hooks at the top. And of course, this is a great temperature down here. One thing I didn't realise, of course, is when you turn lights out in cellars, it gets very, very dark. This nice example of how dark it gets in cellars when you turn lights off on yourself. So that again was the swimming pool, and of course you can open all those doors to the courtyard, which is lovely. But as you can see, can't you, how immaculate this place is? Every cobble has been polished. So you've got 4 garages here, and there's a kind of what I might call an estate office, but also actually really good if you want to work from home. For me, I'd love to work next to my cars. This one, of course, has an inspection pit. Great for tinkering on the Classic. And there is lovely kind of old panelling in here. And there is a kind of maybe gardener's loo or loo for working if you're working in that office. You have to go back to the main house. So there are 4 of those garages. As I said, one has an inspection pit. So now, of course, I can tell you a bit about the history and this royal visit. So both William and Gertrude were astonished to have received a request from His Majesty King George V and Her Majesty Queen Mary in July 1912 to visit the house. They wanted to thank Brooke for his 60 years that he has been in business and for his philanthropy and his generosity to the people in Honley. It was a highly unusual house call, and with just 2 weeks notification, it sent Gertrude into a spin. A quick blackberry for the walk, that was absolutely delicious. The visit has been researched and recorded in a booklet by Honley Civic Society, which says, "The villagers of Honley turned out in force. The men in their Sunday best and straw boaters, and women in their finest attire and their best hats lined the road with flags and handkerchiefs ready to greet their guests." The Royal Daimler turned into the driveway at Northgate Mount, and the events are detailed by Gertrude Brooke in her diary. She describes the visit as a fairy tale as she reveals that the Queen was both kind and natural, and that the King apologised for their late arrival. They took tea, and William spent most of the time with the King and Gertrude with the Queen, who showed a great interest in the Brooks family connections with India and in the Brooks workforce, their lives and the home that they lived in. The Queen inquired how many were employed by William and asked if he was much beloved, to which Gertrude answered yes. Both royals remarked on the beautiful garden, which I'm walking you around now, as the party left the Brooke household. A bystander noticed that the King and Queen looked very serious when they came, but that when they left they were very smiley and happy, and obviously having a very good time courtesy of the Yorkshire hospitality. Northgate Mount is set in 6 acres of beautiful grounds. This here is, or was, a grass tennis court with a lovely pavilion there. And then there is that beautiful view back to the house with all that stone cleaned off. There is also a lodge on the way in, and everything is gated. The lodge is currently rented out, but you can keep that for family and friends if you wished. And doesn't that lovely terrace look very inviting on a day like this? And it's so lovely to walk around a garden like this and be so surrounded in mature trees and those beautiful big windows. Thank you very much indeed for joining me on this tour of Northgate Mount. I'd love it for you to subscribe if you enjoy beautiful architecture and country houses as much as I do. And I'll see you on the next tour. Thanks so much.